Big news for Philippine air power. The Department of National Defense has just approved a 964 million peso boost for the S70i Blackhawk upgrade project, and it's all going toward auxiliary fuel tanks for the Air Force's tactical helicopter fleet. This seemingly small upgrade has big implications, from increasing operational range to boosting disaster response capabilities across the archipelago. Let's break down what this upgrade means for national security, humanitarian missions, and why this is a smart investment for the Philippine Air Force. The Sikorsky S-70i Blackhawk helicopters have quickly become one of the most reliable and versatile assets in the Philippine Air Force arsenal. Operated by the 205th Tactical Helicopter Wing, these aircraft perform a wide range of missions, such as light troop transport, combat support, medical evacuation, disaster relief, and humanitarian assistance. With over a dozen already in service and more on the way, the S-70i fleet is now undergoing its first major capability upgrade, a strategic step forward. In July 2025, the Department of National Defense approved Amendment 1 to the Blackhawk upgrade project, allocating an additional 64 million pesos specifically for auxiliary fuel tanks. This funding decision signals the government's commitment to expanding the operational reach of the Air Force. Longer mission durations, wider geographic coverage, reduced need for mid-mission refueling, all of which are critical in a country made up of more than 7,000 islands. You might be wondering, what's the big deal about fuel tanks? Auxiliary fuel tanks may not sound exciting, but they massively improve range and endurance. For the S-70i Blackhawk, standard range 460 kilometers, with auxiliary tanks 750 kilometers. That's a 60% increase, allowing the helicopters to reach more remote islands without stops, stay longer in the air during combat support or relief missions, and respond quicker to emergencies in far-flung areas like Batanes, Sulu, or Palawan. For military planners, range equals flexibility. These auxiliary tanks enhance the PAF's ability to rapidly deploy forces to contested areas, provide close air support during extended combat ops, and maintain persistent ISR and medevac operations. A potential conflict or territorial defense scenario, especially in the West Philippine Sea or northern Luzon, Blackhawks with extended range become force multipliers. It's not just defense. These upgrades will save lives during natural disasters. Every year the Philippines faces typhoons, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and flooding with auxiliary fuel tanks. Blackhawks can now deliver aid to hard-hit areas without returning to base, conduct longer search and rescue operations, and evacuate more people in a single sortie. This means a faster, more reliable response when it matters most. With 964 million pesos in funding, the Department of National Defense is making a low-cost, high-impact investment. Compared to the cost of acquiring new helicopters or aircraft, auxiliary tanks are relatively inexpensive, but the capability boost is significant. It's a smart move that extends the life, reach, and value of the S-70i fleet, giving the Air Force more flexibility in both peacetime and crisis scenarios. The Philippine Air Force continues to evolve, one strategic upgrade at a time. This auxiliary fuel tank acquisition isn't just about flying farther, it's about responding faster, operating smarter, and saving more lives. With the 205th Tactical Helicopter Wing at the heart of operations across the country, this enhancement brings us one step closer to a stronger, more agile, and more responsive Air Force. What do you think of this upgrade? Should the PAF pursue even more enhancements for its Blackhawk fleet? Let us know in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more updates on Philippine defense and modernization. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.